What's good, YouTube? And welcome to the house. We're out here at 4 o'clock in the morning reading Yu-Gi-Oh cards, and they are pretty insane. This is exactly what I was talking about with the Nephthys archetype here, and what I would have liked to see from it. But we get it in the form of Prankids. No, they're not squid kids. They're definitely a different thing, right, Konami? Right? But the Prankids are super cute. Overall, I really do like the archetype and the kind of wackiness it has. Apparently, they're yokai, so that's pretty exciting to go into the Japanese lore as well a little bit. You know, mischievous spirits. So, Prankid Pulse here. We start out with a level 1 Wind Thunder effect monster, attack 0, defense 2000. You can only use this effect of this card's name once per turn. If this card's sent to the graveyard for the fusion or link material of a Prankids monster, you can send one Prankids card from your deck to the graveyard except for Pulse, and you can special summon a Prankids monster from your hand or deck in defense position except for Pulse. Pulse is pretty darn good, but they all pretty much do this. Let's go with Prankids Ramp here. It is a level 3 Pyro Effect monster. It has 1500 attack, so some pressure, and a defense of 500. You can only use this card's name effect once per turn. If this card's sent for a graveyard or as a fusion or a link, again, for a Prankids monster, you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent, then special summon one Prankids monster from your hand or deck in defense position except Prankids Lamp. This hand or deck thing ensures that even if you're running a smaller engine, you can continue to kind of bump them on out. It's really, really cool. And then our final one's the water one. Prankids Drop is a level 2 Water Aqua effect monster. Attack 1000, defense 1000. And then going along with that 1000, if it's sent to the graveyard for a fusion or a link material of a Prankids monster, you gain 1000 life points, then special summon a Prankids from your hand or deck in defense position. Retooling the deck out for all of them. I really, really like that, making it searchable. But first, to get there, you must link away with them or fusion away. And initially, it's probably going to be easier to link, but let's read this busted fusion monster. It's a level 10 Wind Thunder Fusion Effect monster, attack 3000, defense 3000, and it takes exactly Prankids Lamp, Drop, and Pulse. So all three, you're not able to just do 3 Prankids monsters, although you'd only still get one of their effects off. It's interesting that they lock it that way, but man, is the effect worth it. This card cannot be special summoned except by a fusion summon. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Its first effect, Quick Effect, you can tribute this card, destroy all monsters your opponent controls. In case my 3000 monster was not enough, I can tribute it as a Quickplay Raigeki. That's worth locking it away from having generic materials. And then we get a link monster as well in here, and it's not the end of their support from what I'm seeing. I'll show that teaser in a bit. But yeah, if this card is sent to the graveyard by your opponent, so if you somehow left it out and you have to let it get destroyed, you can target a monster in the graveyard except a fusion monster and special summon that monster. So kind of locking it away from just special summoning some kind of, you know, invoked Mechaba in case you're using invocation as a fusion card to go along with this, which I've already seen suggested in comment sections. You do have good, like, typing, but do remember if you fusion summon for something outside of him and they go to the graveyard, they do not get their effect. It has to be for the Prankids monsters, and then invocation can only fuse pitching to graveyard from hand for these monsters as well. So keep all that in mind. The link monster is pretty cool. Prankids Roargon. It's a Roar Dragon kind of name there. Link 4 Water Aqua Link Effect monster. Attack 3000, and its arrows are Firewall-esque. It goes, materials are 2 or more Prankids monsters, so Prankids locked here. And that's still going to be somewhat difficult to get that many on the field. This card cannot be special summoned except by a link summon. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Quick Effect, you can tribute this card, destroy all spell/trap cards your opponent controls. On demand, Harpies Feather Duster to go along with that on-demand Raigeki. Why not? If this card sent to the graveyard by your opponent, you can target one card in your graveyard except a Link monster, add that card to your hand. Well, obviously, you wouldn't be adding it to your hand anyways. It would just go to the extra. Now, what it was feeling like is maybe that the fusion would combo with this, but it does seem locked from being special summoned, except by a Link summon, unfortunately. If only it did have that synergy, but I guess they're trying to block that off and make you continue to go up the route. And here's their fusion card, which is a Quickplay. Prankids on the loose. Quickplay spell card. During either player's main phase, fusion summon a Prankids monster, fusion monster from your extra deck, using monsters from your hand or field as fusion materials. But for the rest of this turn, you cannot normal or special summon monsters except for Prankids monsters. Note, this card's name is more literally Big Rampage of the Prankids, but that's a little too literal. I wouldn't be shocked by those wacky Prankids, though. I love this late night writing. Thank you, Yu-Gi-Oh! Organization. So here's where I fall with this. Right now, we have a lot of potential for this to pop off. I'm waiting for what really brings it together since we don't have all the cards, but here's the teaser as they actually have like an event for this deck to show it off and how it works. It's called from July 26th to August 3rd. Konami is participating with partner stores, which is like their OTSs, I think, and we'll be holding deck experience event for Prankids and Mayakashi, two of the new themes of Hidden Summoners. You'll be able to choose and play half a deck of 20 cards from either theme to get a feel for them. Well, kind of getting half doesn't seem so fun, but yeah, we see more yokai over here as well, so maybe wacky yokai, regular yokai. It really does just seem like a fun, well-crafted out archetype. We see like this chicken, this double-headed wolf, and a rocket that we don't have access yet to, so we'll really see what happens and brings it all together. And none of this has been revealed to us, I don't think. The Mayakashis, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I missed a card. I feel like I did before. But this overall, very, very exciting to me personally. This is what I want to see from an archetype, and it doesn't feel like it's made for a Duel Links experience. It feels like, you know, you're able to fusion summon, and you're able to resource out your entire deck once you fusion summon with them. You have your body on board, you're going to recur 3 more bodies on board, and then potentially decide, do I want to Link summon, do I want to stop here, how do I want to continue this turn? It's very exciting to me to see that. And then your boss monster is a 3,000 on-demand Raigeki that also gets rewarded if it's on field when your opponent destroys it. I really can't think of better crafting in terms of a new archetype looking at 6 first cards other than a deck like Burning Abyss, where it just had it all at the beginning. Dante, Skarm, Graf, Seer. Like, this is crafting into, yes, you've got to go up your lines into these cards, and they're very specific, very locked in terms of what you need to do, but I'm really hoping that they bring it together and have some way to, you know, get these onto the field / two-hand for that, besides just running 3 of each. Hopefully like something like a Rhoda, like what's missing also for the Phoenix archetype, or realistically, you know, a regular fusion card that maybe if they have a, you know, extra deck monster, you're able to Shadol fusion it away. I like overall what they've done here, and I feel like at first I may have been a little harsh if we look at the Phoenix archetype here. I just come back from the gym. It's 3 a.m. I'm a little grumpy, and I'm looking, but at the same time, it really does just at the end of the day feel like the resource game is weaker compared to most, and then it's on that clock term. It feels specifically crafted to Duel Links, even after sitting down and thinking about it for a while. Whereas this, yes, it's still missing that link to where it's going to really push forward, but there's so much potential when you have all these cards able to just resource your deck. One's a Foolish on top of it, one's life point gain, one's burn, so we have that. Oh boy, the USA time rules are totally considered in making this, but realistically, I like the route they're taking. We have different levels, we have Raigeki, we have Feather Duster on demand with 3k bodies. It's exciting to me when I read cards like this versus reading cards like the Nephthys archetype and kind of, you're gonna have to do this, and then it's like a worse Fire Kings at the end of the day. So Thanks for watching. What's your opinion on the Prankids? I know it's a little early since we only have 6 cards for them to be this excited, but I'm really hoping I'm not let down. This seems like one of the most fun like deck building challenges I could have on stream when it really does come together. I could see it being, you know, invested into other fusion archetypes that could potentially summon it, and the pluses just seem so real even for the restrictions placed on it. Overall, it's just an amazing resource game that I can't ignore, that I can't like deny my heart of. Oh, these wacky kids. I really hope that Konami does a good job bringing this over, and I can't wait to see the final parts of the support, and hopefully it's not like Magic Bullets where we don't see support and then we see a deck like, you know, good old Sky Strikers getting support in core sets. We'll really see where this deck goes in the future. I'm excited. Are you guys? And do like the video if you enjoyed the discussion, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, everybody.